Hello and welcome to the Brick Garden, starting at a different spot today. This bed had three huge arborvitaes that went up over the roof, and then once the wind and snow got between them and the house, they started bowing over into the space between mine and my neighbor's house. So those got taken out, and I'm planting this bed out next year. Right now, it's full of arborvitae needles, leaves, and trash. I got as much of the trash as I could, but it looks like there was a raccoon living in there, and so it was just an awful thing. But I'm starting to get my next bed ready for next year. This one I'm thinking is going to be Hubbard squash, but I might just make it flowers. Like, I'm trying to pick something because there's not much street view that likes sun, can tolerate not much water, and I don't know if the squash will do that. I doubt it will. But yeah, likes the heat, likes the sun, and can tolerate poor soils and low water. If anybody has any ideas, let me know. The front yard is awful and dead, and I haven't started redoing it yet because I'm going to need professional help to build the retaining walls. But that'll come eventually. I've started with this bed. This guy right here is a Nanking cherry, also known as a bush cherry. It's related to the plum rather than the cherry. But it grows out and grows. It'll eventually get about 6 to 10 feet wide, and it grows little cherries on canes that come out of the root thing. It spreads kind of like an aspen and sends off a bunch of suckers. So I needed a place that had concrete bordering it, and so the suckers wouldn't go out past where it was supposed to. And I'm going to have to plant another one for cross-pollination, but I had this one sitting in a corner all summer, so I got it in the ground. And it should give me cherries. Sunchokes are starting to flower. They are huge. They are over 10 feet tall at this point, the tallest ones. They also, I didn't stake them up, I just left them natural, so they are spreading out of that bed. Yeah. Garden looks a lot different. Looks really different. Ooh, roses are still blooming, which is nice. I have to go through and deadhead them. I might get one more round of blooms. Blackberries are still alive and kicking, same as always. Lots and lots of raspberries for this first season. I'm just getting a ton of them, so I'm real happy with those. This is the bed, the annual bed. It's been torn down. All of the plant matter from in the garden has been buried into it. And it's been pretty heavily amended. You can see it's black. That's all of the wood ash that I've saved up over burning logs over the summer got put out into there. And then I planted cover crop. I planted hairy vetch, which is related to clover. It pulls nitrogen out of the atmosphere, stores it in the root nodules. Then come about May, I'm going to have to till everything in. Or broad fork it, use some way of killing the plants, pushing the roots back underground after the plant's dead, and then it'll release nitrogen into the wood chip pile, the wood chip layer, to help break it down faster. Comfrey's doing well. Strawberries are finally spreading out. I got enough runners that I was able to plant out this whole side with the same kind of strawberry. I like that kind of strawberry. Okay, it's really sweet. It's a little sweet for my taste, like sugary. I don't know. I mean, hard to complain about too sweet of a berry, right? But so I have one row of those. The other one, I'm gonna try. The other side, I'm gonna try a different variety. So we'll see how that goes. Through here. The rhubarb was shaded out by zucchini all summer, so it still stayed alive and kept its leaves until I chopped down the zucchini. It's really supposed to die back like 2 months, or was supposed to have died back like 2.5 months ago. So I thought that was kind of cool. The trees are all doing well. It looks very different here without the zucchini in there. For the honeyberries, found out the weeding guy ended up weeding out one of my honeyberries, so I'm down to 3 of them. And he weeded out most of my asparagus, so I'm down to, I think, 5 asparagus plants. Oh, some of it's coming back from where he weeded it. So I may actually end up with asparagus next year. He may not have killed it all. I thought he had. compost pile's ugly. Horseradish is about ready to come out and be replanted, so I should have a lot of horseradish. And this is kind of what it looks like, prepping for winter. Next stuff to do is I'm going to burn down more wood and spread the wood ash on that first side bed that I showed you. That bed should be too acidic for most plants right now because it has like years of arborvitae needles, which are very acidic, composted into it, or partially composted in. I'm also finishing rotting down the weeds that were pulled at the end of this season, and that's going to end up being fertilizer. And I planted my first round of garlic. I like this flower bed. This one turned out well. I like that mix. Planted my first round of garlic in this patch chunk right here. Only about a third of it got filled out with 4 bulbs. So I ordered some more bulbs, and I'm going to be planting a lot more garlic. That goes in about this time of year. It's not ready to harvest until late next July, so it's really a full year crop. And so I picked the furthest out of the way spot, because that's not going to be touched for a full year. That's about what I have, y'all. Sarah's off to go dancing. Hi, Sarah. All right, take care.